Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. Myself Tasmia Sharif. This is my PSM 1 presentation. My supervisor's name is Associate Prof. Dr. Noor Azman Ismail. My research topic is content analysis detecting suicidality on Facebook using machine learning approach. I will be talking on introduction, problem background, aim, objectives, scopes, summary of literature review, research methodology, research design and implementation, summary of PSM1 initial findings, and lastly the conclusion. Let us move to the introduction part. This one is the problem background. So first of all, the problem addressed in this study is the need for an effective method to detect and identify potential indicators of suicidality within user-generated content on Facebook. Secondly, the goal is to develop a content analysis approach using machine learning techniques that can automatically identify and flag posts and comments that suggest individuals at risk or self-harm or suicide. The aim of this research is to investigate the relationship between Facebook users and suicidal ideation or behavior among its users with the goal of identifying potential risk factors. These are the research objectives. First of all, to extract a number of relevant features to differentiate or to detect between suicidal and non-suicidal posts, comments, and texts on Facebook platform. Secondly, to build a novel dataset by extracting the posts, texts or comments used related to suicide and non-suicide from Facebook. Thirdly, to identify various machine learning and assemble methods to distinguish their effectiveness. This research will cover removing or sorting the posts, texts, or comments from Facebook that were used in relation to suicide and non-suicide. This research will focus on the analysis of the suicidal and non-suicidal posts in the dataset of Facebook. This one is the summary of literature review, the key themes and the findings. The available literature highlights several key themes and findings which are vulnerable user demographics, content and viral trends, cyberbullying and social pressure, then safety measures and support system. This one is the related study, the comparison between studies on their finding by announcing the suicide on Facebook and its report and key points. These are the authors, the article type, and the report and the key points. So if we look on the first report, a 32-year male who died by suicide was discovered hanging at his residence. This one is his report, and his article type was case presentation and discussion. The key points from this article were people share personal information more openly on Facebook, posting about their suicide, and social media gives their victim chances to reach out. Um, these are some more related studies related to the suicidal posts. Moving to the next, this one is a graph based on data of content items encouraging suicide or self-injury on Facebook, and this data is taken from statistical research department. The process of combining different data that are obtained from a few different sources into a single data set. This one is the research methodology. So first of all, for the first phase, it's based on review and studies of the existing technique. It will follow two ways. One is literature review and second one is problem identification. Then for the phase 2, it will be data collection, which will also follow two ways. One is sample selection and second one is data pre-processing. And thirdly, this one will be the third phase, content analysis and discussion. It will also follow two ways, textual analysis and visual analysis. Fourth The fourth step will be machine learning model development, which will follow three way. It will first of all, I will make a labeled data set, and then the model selection part, and then I will train the model and I will do the evaluation. And for the phase 5, I will analyze and interpret of the findings. This is research, design, and implementation. This one is based on data preparation and then data collection. The data is already collected from the previous studies, and then the data pre-processing. This one is important for the analysis, and then the feature representation. I will consider using word frequencies or TF-IDF to capture textual context, and then the machine learning algorithm selection, selecting appropriate machine learning algorithms for classifications such as support vector machine or logistic regression, and then the evaluation and performance metrics. Lastly, the ethical consideration will be a part. This is the summary of PSM1 initial findings, the data preparation part. The dataset based on content violation of Facebook. This one is taken from Statista dataset. These are the data creation. Here is a table of dataset which is taken from the previous research papers with detailed text for the text detection. These are the headlines, the authors, the date of publication, and the detailed text. The detailed text will be taken for the data pre-processing part. This is a part of that data table. So for the data pre-processing procedure, first of all, I will collect the posts or text from the Facebook, and I will make a data set, and then the data pre-processing part will be on will depend on four part, and then we will test the data, and then we will train the data. After training the data, I will try to move it to the model training, and then the model uh, trained model will give us the result. So this is the experimental design. Pre-processing the data is important since user data collection is inherently messy and noisy. So we need to remove the punctuations, and then we need to do the tokenization, and then stop word removal and the normalization part. So these are the pictures with punctuation, the line, and then after removing the punctuation, the line, then before the tokenized version, and then after tokenized version, and then stop words, the words that were not needed, I just had deleted those words, and then the normalization, the capital letters, all the capital letters are turned into small letters. So that was for my PSM1, and for the plan for PSM2, I am expecting to explore and design a machine learning model based on the data pre-processing strategy. Secondly, training the machine learning model based on the data pre-processing strategy, and then verifying and evaluating the performance of the explored model. That's all for my PSM1. Thank you.